see my dad get really upset about nothing. He always had a smile on his face.
On September 23rd, 2021, Good was driving to work at the Bluegrass Stockyards around 1:30 in the morning when he was pulled over by Officer TJ Godbey, who was with Stanford Police at the time. Officer Godbey was not wearing a body camera, but this footage from Danville officers who came to help with the call shows some of what happened early that morning.
Welcome back to We the People University. My name is Abaya Israel, former police officer and former sheriff's deputy. You guys remember this video that was covered by the YouTube channel, The Civil Rights Lawyer?
What's your name? Godbey. Please get it off. It hurts. It hurts my fingers.
Almost a week ago, I posted the video about the 66-year-old dementia patient who was falsely arrested at Walmart in Danville, Kentucky.
He hasn't stolen anything, but he did walk in the back behind the customer service desk and grab these off the shelf. And he keeps
sounds like enough for shoplifting for me.
Sounds like enough for
shoplifting for me.
You just put your hands behind your back, just like we asked.
Please get this off.
It's simple.
And then prosecuted before his lawyer got involved and got the charges dropped and their cover-up exposed. And now I've received a ton of new information from his lawyer, including the body cam footage of everything that happened at the hospital.
Yeah, sorry.
Everything just looks so much worse. Spoiler alert, the mayor doesn't care, the chief doesn't care. The only ones who are going to care, that's us.
And so when I watched that video initially, when he said the only one who's going to care, well, that's us, that hit a spot with me because I've been saying that for a while. And you guys, I'm sure you've been saying it for a while, and we should all be thinking that, right? So why don't they care? Well, they just don't. And we can prove that they don't because this officer who was shown in the video to abusing an elderly man, well, this wasn't his first time. It's almost like he preys on the elderly. Trying to figure out what I'm talking about? Let's check this out.
In other news, we're following through on the story of an incident between Danville police officer TJ Godbey and a Danville man with dementia. Today, our Kaylee Randall reviewed newly released body cam footage from a traffic stop in 2021 that shows Officer Godbey arresting another elderly dementia patient whose son talked about what happened to his late father. Now, we want to warn you, the graphic images may be disturbing to some viewers.
He was an old man, and he wouldn't hurt nobody. He gave you his last $5 bill. He's the type of person open doors up for people when they go to the gas station.
The late 74-year-old William Good, a father, friend, and compassionate man who always looked out for others before himself. He was also diagnosed with both dementia and Alzheimer's.
I've never always seen my dad get really upset about nothing. He always had a smile on his face.
On September 23rd, 2021, Good was driving to work at the Bluegrass Stockyards around 1:30 in the morning when he was pulled over by Officer TJ Godbey, who was with Stanford Police at the time. Officer Godbey was not wearing a body camera, but this footage from Danville officers who came to help with the call shows some of what happened early that morning.
What is your problem, man?
According to a citizen complaint, Good was seen driving recklessly and in the wrong lane. Godbey conducted a traffic stop, but Good refused to stop his vehicle and drove for another 6 miles. Once stopped, Good exited the vehicle on command. When he reached back into his vehicle, Godbey and a deputy with the Lincoln County Sheriff's Office, who had joined the pursuit, pulled him back.
They asked him for his ID. Well, he went back, get back in the car, his Kia, and that's when all heck broke loose.
So here's another elderly man who was beat up by the same Danville police officer, TJ Godbey, the same guy who beat up another 66-year-old elderly man. And in this particular situation, it wasn't shoplifting. He told him to grab his driver's license. And when the elderly man went to go and grab his driver's license, from that point, he begins to pummel him and throw him on the ground. And you guys can see what happened in the video. That reminds me of an old clip from South Carolina when the state trooper told the guy, the driver, to give him his driver's license. And when he reaches inside of the vehicle to grab it, he gets shot.
Have your license, please. Get out of the car! Get out of the car! Get on the ground! Get on the ground!
I just got my license. You can't get my license.
And even though that was an old clip, the clip that we're watching now recently came to light of an incident that happened in 2021 by the same officer, Officer Godbey.
With no body cams being worn, what happens next was not recorded. The complaint reads, Good tensed up and resisted officers. Godbey delivered 2 knee strikes to Good's thigh. Godbey and several other officers took him to the ground, and then Godbey delivered 1 cycle from his taser and handcuffed Good. He sustained scrapes, scratches, and abrasions from the asphalt and was evaluated by the Boyle County EMS. So when you heard about what happened during that traffic stop and how they treated him, what was your reaction?
What would it be if your father's 71 years old at the time? He would have been 75, like I said. His birthday would be on February 2nd. He would turn 75. But when you hear a phone call that your dad got beat up by cops, and you see pictures afterwards, and the cop admitted to you, I called him, Stanford Police Department. They connected with Mr. Officer Godbey, and he confirmed that he did use force because he thought my dad was on drink or on drugs.
Bill says his dad was not on drugs or under the influence. A breathalyzer test was conducted. The results were 0.
All right, if you would take a big deep breath and blow out for me.
In part of the body cam footage, you can hear Danville police officers discussing the incident.
All 0s. His pupils look pretty normal.
He's got some pretty good injuries.
It makes me angry inside because I can't do nothing for him at the time, and now he's gone. And I got this reliving it like it was yesterday. Hurt me. Because a little man like him should not be a cop anywhere.
LEX 18 spoke with Ephraim Helton, who calls the new body cam footage another rush to judgment with no evidence of alcohol. Helton points out another elderly person with dementia was subjected to excessive force by Godbey and continues to wear his badge.
All cops ain't bad, for number one. But you got probably about 15-20% of cops are bad. Watch out for those. Record. Everybody bring your phones out and start recording. Because 9 chances out of 10, some cops ain't got no body cams.
The investigation was closed on November 8th, 2021. Godbey's use of excessive force was found not unreasonable or excessive. Kaylee Randall, LEX 18 News.
Yep, you guessed it. He's not fired. He wasn't suspended. The department stated that he did nothing wrong. Matter of fact, this is the second that I'm aware of, the second elderly man with dementia that Officer Godbey has attacked. And let's see how he's thought of in his department. Watch this. Let's read this. Last week, Lex 18's Kaylee Randall submitted an open request records on Officer TJ Godbey's Stanford and Danville files. This comes after an incident we've been keeping you up to date about since the beginning. Our findings revealed that from April 2019 to August 2024, Godbey was employed as an officer at Stanford Police Department. Before that, Godbey worked with the Harrodsburg Police and Fire Departments from 2015 until 2019. In one of the files, Godbey is spoken highly of and considered an exemplary employee in good standings. Only 8 months into the job, Godbey was awarded Officer of the Year and received that award again in 2021. In 2022, Godbey received a Preservation of Life Award for his outstanding police performance. In the same year, Godbey was awarded the Medal of Valor for engaging in a pursuit involving an active kidnapping. The document reads, Godbey's action during the pursuit likely saved the lives of the female victim as well as his fellow officers at Stanford PD and Lincoln County Sheriff's Office. It reads that his bravery is commended and respected. Now, let's fast forward to August 2024. Godbey accepted a position with the Danville Police Department where he works now. In a recommendation letter we obtained, Godbey is spoken of highly by the Stanford Chief of Police, who believed he could make an immediate positive impact on the community. Godbey's file does not list any complaints or negative reviews from his higher-ups at either Stanford or Danville Police Departments. So before becoming a Danville officer, he worked for the police department, Stanford Police Department. And he has no complaints in his file. But I just find it really hard to believe that such a stand-up guy is always attacking elderly men with dementia. Not just attacking them, as you see, he does damage. He brutally attacks them. He's tasering them, knee punches, knee strikes, elbow strikes, but yet they want us to believe that this guy is a hero. And this is the reason he has not been suspended. He has not been fired. Nothing happened. According to them, he did everything by the book. We know that's BS. They know that's BS, but this is the cover up. We'll keep our eyes on this one, continue to watch out, see what the follow-up is. Hopefully we see some type of justice come from this, but we kind of know how it plays out. They investigate themselves, and that's the end of the story. Make sure you record the police. Always know your rights. With that being said, We the People University, signing off. Visit WeThePeopleUniversity.com, where you can find our latest YouTube videos, more about myself, why I left the police department, merch, and more. If you have a police encounter that you would like highlighted, visit our website and click the Submit Videos tab. Fill out the video form submission so that we can hold these tyrants accountable. And if you guys still haven't purchased my book, Living in the Royal Tyranny, you can do so at WeThePeopleUniversity.com by clicking digital copy to read it right on your phone, or you can buy the hard copy or the paperback directly from Amazon. Also, be sure to pick up your free ebook to give you tips and tricks on how to deal with cops when you encounter them. And for those of you who are still trying to learn your basic rights, register for our course to learn how to deal with police so that your rights are not violated when you encounter cops. All this and more at WeThePeopleUniversity.com.